guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited that you guys are here today. Welcome to our usual rendezvous. Every time that we are here, it's I'm grateful. I thank you so much for giving me this afternoon just to spend some time with you and really sharing love and just training on different things with you. So I want to say thank you for that space that you have created for me to be part of it. So today's theme, as you see in the flyer, is push through. Okay. And how not to give up on your dreams when you feel like the whole world is going against you. I mean, how many of us can truly relate to that statement? Sometimes you feel like everything is going against you. No matter what you do, everything is going against you. So I'm asking you that I want to validate that feeling with you. If you right now you're feeling like everything that you touch is not working, you've tried pretty much everything that people are telling you to do, and you feel like giving up, I want you to know that I understand and don't feel too bad about giving up because the natural thing to do for us to do is after meeting with so much obstacles. I mean, we're only human, right? So there are times where we feel like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And that's okay. It's okay to feel like that. It's okay to feel like I'm throwing in the towel. I'm wrapping up. I've tried it. Okay. It's okay. It's okay to feel like that. But today, if I may just give you a different perspective, I want you to know that you can still push through. And I'll have a couple of things that I want to share with you today, which is how how to push through even when you feel like I'm done. How to do that. And I have the first thing I want to share with you, three things today. Based on that is how to get clear on the vision, right? What is that thing that you're fighting for? What is that goal that you're fighting for, right? What is that? Get clear on the vision. And second thing is let's move from logic to intentional dreaming. All right, that's number two. And the last thing that I will share with you today is how to pivot even if disruption arises. All right, so stay with me. I want to see your engagement. If you're here, give me some love. Let me know that you are listening. Let me. Oh, I see a heart. Just one heart. Oh man, it's okay. I'll take it. Heart is heart. But I want to say thank you for being here. So let's dive in. Before I even go into the introduction, I mean, go into the whole series today, what I want you to know is I'm using StreamYard, so I'm unable to see your name if you're posting, unless you tell me who you are. But you do have to give StreamYard permission. You only get to do that one time. Then every time I go live, you don't need to do it again. But give StreamYard permission so I can see your beautiful faces. All right, let's dive in. My friend, if there's one thing that you have to hear from me today is push through. Whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is stopping you, whatever mountain, obstacle, however way do you describe it. Let's think of a couple of things that are obstacles right now. Maybe for you or maybe to a friend. Let's think about money. Money is like the number one obstacle that keeps people from really achieving their goals. Most people will tell you, well, because of money, I'm unable to do this. Because of money, I'm unable to do that. Money is like the number one big old mountain, right? That's keeping you, if you or somebody that you know, from achieving a lot of things. And a lot of time you've tried different avenues to get loans for your business, or you try different avenues to get loan for school. Eventually you find yourself in more debt, so on and so forth. So money is a huge obstacle. Let's think another one. Let's think about health. We live in, they say health is money, but we live in a society where health is a big deal. It's huge. So if you're always feeling sick, it's also a huge obstacle that may keep you from achieving what your goal of even pursuing the plan that you have for your life. So there are so many different obstacles. We talk about the mental illnesses and depression, all type of things that are happening and all type of things that you are going through. So that's why I mentioned earlier today that it's okay, and I really want to validate your feelings right now. If you feel like you wanna, that's it. I want you to know that it's okay. But today I really simply want to share this a different perspective with you. So stay with me, share this message with a friend as we go. I think starting in general as well. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So these are starting. I think last time I shared with a couple of my, if you're in my email list, you probably receive an email from me that says that people are afraid to start. They are afraid for people to see them at the bottom. So they are afraid to start. So let's go deep into what is it, how not to give up on your dreams when you feel like the whole world is against you. My question to you is this: what's the vision? What is the vision that you are fighting for? Think about this as I go through this. I want you to think for a second, right? Think about, okay, so what am I fighting for? I'm giving up on something. What is that thing that I'm fighting for? Right? I'm giving up on life. What is that vision? It's important that we get clear on the vision. Because if you're not clear on the vision, it's even more easier for you to give up. Because here's the thing, when you are clear on the vision, right, what happened? You ultimately know your why. So every time that you feel like you want to give up, then it's important to remember what is the why behind the vision. So for example, I may have the vision to become okay, let's use a financial example. I have the vision to build this huge house. Okay, that's a nice vision, right, to have. But the why, it's what's going to keep you through the process. Why do I need this big house? What is the why behind this big old dream that I have? Why? And I think that it's important that you get clear on that vision. What is it that you are pursuing? What is it that you're fighting for? What's the vision? And what is the why behind the vision? Because once you know the vision, you know the reason behind the vision. Another thing that comes with that package is how you feel. I don't know if you guys, when you think about your life, right, you're thinking about where you see yourself in the future, your best life. How do you feel? Do you feel excited? Right? Do you feel like this is exciting? Like I can't wait to be that woman or that man that I dream of being. How do you feel? Right? When you are thinking of your life, you are thinking of yourself. What is that emotion that comes into your life? That's important for you to know. Get in tune with how you feel, because that's what will remind you, hey, the battle is worth it. The process is worth it. Because you see yourself just being this happy, joyful, free person, right? And it's attached to your vision. You know why you have that vision. And every time you feel like giving up, when everything is against you, it gives you that hope. It gives you that ability to go through, right? So your vision must excite you. What's exciting you? It must be the most exciting thing for you. What is that dream? What is that vision that you have for yourself? Don't say you don't know. If you say you don't know, here's what I need you to do. I need you to write it down, make it plain. I use this quote or this verse from the Bible. It's right there on the screen. It's important that you write things down. Where do I see myself? Where do I see myself? Right? How do I want to feel? Get in tune with yourself, right? How do I want to feel? Why do I want to accomplish this? Is it for my children? Is it for my parents to finally do something for them for everything they've done for me? Right? Is it to help the community? Why? What is that why? And when you get clear on your vision, I promise you, this will be the number one thing that will keep you going. So, number one thing is get clear on your vision. Know the ultimate why that you are fighting. Know why you are doing this today. Know why that it's so hard that you even want to give up. What are you giving up on? Right? And then get excited about it. Get excited about that vision. Yes, I feel on top of the world, like, wow, that's going to be Me, if I just keep pushing, yes, yes, yes. And we all here should have that vision where every time that you think about it, you're like, I know the president. It doesn't look like it right now, but I just see myself just being this version of myself that I so adore. I so love it. It doesn't matter what your family, your friends think. It doesn't matter. It's just you within yourself. You see yourself in a way, and that's your reason for fighting. That's awesome. Yes. So let's go to the second point. Like I said, guys, talk to me, communicate with me, share. If you think a friend will benefit from this, share it with a friend, because the goal is for all of us to feel empowered so we can empower our other people. Okay. So the other part that I want to share with you, number two, is from logic to intentional dreaming. Right? Here's a quote that I want to share with you. Do you know that one of the greatest human abilities is the imagination? Stay with me. Let me share this quote with you by Albert Einstein. Albert says, imagination is more important than knowledge. For knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world, stimulating progress, giving birth to revolution. How many of you guys can sit quietly in your thoughts just to imagine, just to visualize? How many of you guys do that? If you do that, just type vision in the comment section. Do you ever just in your car during lunch, before you go to bed, before you sleep, you just visualize yourself? You visualize yourself just living the life that you desire. You allow your imaginations to take you from different steps to this to that, right? Because your imagination is greater than knowledge. It's one thing to know, okay, what to do, but to visualize yourself doing it, it's even more powerful. But a lot of time when we have limiting beliefs, we can't even see ourselves outside of that horrible present. When we have limiting beliefs, we can't even see ourselves outside of what needs to be done, because you can't. Your brain, you want to allow your mind to explore that deep. But imagination is so powerful. And it's not based on the present, but it's based on how you see yourself. It's based on the vision, but also how you want to get there. Right? So let's talk about logic for a little bit. For a little bit, let's talk about logic. Logic is what? Logic is a proper or reasonable way of thinking about something. Logic is based on reality. I think I'm a very logical person. Like if I think about myself, I think I'm probably 70% logical, then emotional, maybe like the rest emotional, 30% emotional. I feel like I'm a lot more logical than I am emotional, right? But we are all emotional beings. We are all logical beings. The reason why I say that is because I tend to, what is the reality? And it's also important to acknowledge what the reality is. I mean, we don't want to live in this illusion life, but we want to know what's the reality of my life, right? So logic, that's what it tells you. Logic, when you think logically, you're basically thinking of what it is, what's going on, what are the facts, right? So you're being logical. You're being logical about something. But my question to you, though, and there's nothing wrong with being logical, right? There are times for that. But what is real? When they said be realistic, when somebody says, oh, be realistic, what is real? To be real is what? When they say to be realistic, what's your definition of that? If me being realistic, if I'm basing it on my present, then I'm going to be realistic in a different way. But if I'm basing my reality on the future, on the vision, then me being realistic will be different. Does that make sense? Tell me if I'm making sense. Right? So that's what it is. So when somebody says be realistic, what are you basing that reality on? Are you basing it on what you're experiencing right now? Or are you basing it on the vision? And you always, always, always base your plans, your decisions based on the vision that you have set for your life. Okay, because the present, the time that we are in right now, especially when you're going through a hard time, you can't put all your imagination or this is cannot be your reality. This is simply a process that you're going through, right? But your reality is based on that vision, and that's where you need to stay, right? So despite being logical, right, having that reasonable way of thinking, it's important that you choose to create something else. So if I say that my reality is based on the vision that I have for myself, I choose to create a different reality. I'm choosing to create something different. So this is what I call the power of creation, because you are choosing, because you are choosing to live differently. And I talk more into this. I mean, I don't have time to really go in depth into what the power of creation is, because what we don't realize is you do have the power to create, you know, and it's important. You have the power to create to lead you to that vision. You have that power to create. So when you train the mind, you have to train the mind to believe something else. And it's not easy. People like to say, "Oh, just be realistic. Oh, I'm just gonna be realistic." I can still be realistic, but I'm futuristic as well. My vision for myself, yeah, it's probably not physically present, but that's my reality. And I choose to dwell on that reality. I choose to dwell on that futuristic reality, which is my vision. Okay, because what you're going through right now, the hardship, the obstacles that are in front of you right now, they are just, they're just part of the process. It's not your reality, it's simply temporary. So imagine making decisions on some temporary situation. Then what's going to happen when it's gone? Right? Imagine you choose to give up just because of this temporary obstacle that's in front of you. What's going to happen when it's no longer there? But when you place your strength, your vision on that, your strength on that future, on that vision, and the way that you visualize yourself, that present time, that situation that you're going through is gonna go, it's gonna make you stronger, it's gonna leave, it's gonna go, but it's not going to affect that vision. Okay, so it's important that you train your body to respond differently, train your emotions to respond differently based on that dream that you have for yourself. So a lot of time, even our emotions are because of what's happening. You have that power to train how you feel, right? Sometimes you may feel like you want to break down, and that's okay too. But you also have the power to say, you know what? I'm not gonna break down today. I'm gonna choose something else. I'm gonna choose to do something else. Okay. And this right here, I want to bring it to number 3, which is the last part that I want to share with you. It says is push through and pivot when disruption occurs. Push through and pivot when disruptions occurs. I do put the um I do have it on the screen for you in case if you are taking notes. Okay, if you are taking notes, if you want to share it with a friend, it's right there for you as well. That way you know the point that I'm sharing today. So push through and pivot when disruptions occurs. Now, why should you push through? Again, there are millions of reasons why you should give up, but there are also millions of reasons why you shouldn't give up. You should push through. Because number one, we talked about the vision, right? The fact that you know how important that vision is to you, right? You know how you want to feel, and you know the why behind that vision. That's enough reason for you to push through. That's enough reason for you to push through. And the key to continue to press on is you have to be open to pivot. Now, let's talk about pivoting, for example. I do have the definition for you right here. To pivot means to modify. To pivot means to cause, to rotate, to revolve, or to turn. When you pivot, basically means like you're changing strategy. You know, let's say that you were supposed to do one thing, and they said, okay, well, to get to the grocery store, you have to turn left, turn right, turn right, turn left, go east, and then go south, whatever, right? That's the direction that they gave you to get to the grocery store. And then what happened? On your way to the grocery store, you turn right, you turn left like they told you. Boom, what happened? There's an accident. There's traffic. Then you have to find a detour, or they're doing construction on the road, right? Now you have to pivot. You have to find different ways because you still want to get to that grocery store, but you have to think differently on how to get there. So this is where I want to bring you today. How do you pivot? You have to be open to change strategy. Now, if you're going through right now and you feel like the world is against you, I want to let you know, there's so many things. Think about it. How can you get out of this situation? Do you have support? Do you have people around you that can support you? Or are you reaching out to people to say, hey, or a specialist, hey, I need help? What are you doing right now to pivot, to modify the plan? What are you doing right now to turn around, right? So you can get to your destination. Because at the end of the day, just like I use in the analogy, to the grocery store analogy, you still need to get to the grocery store. Are you just going to go back home? You can't go back home. You can't give up because you're hungry, right? So you have to find a way to pivot, a detour or something to eventually get you to that grocery store. And one of the ways to, when you pivot, pivoting for you could mean that you have to apply a different plan. You have to think of a different way. It could be a new strategy in your business. It could be a new way that you are marketing your business. Maybe that's a pivoting point for you. Or a pivot could be where you hire a coach, right? To lead you, to guide you, to show you, right? That's another way to pivot. Another one is maybe you have to change your mindset, how you view things, how you are perceiving things. I mean, I talk a lot about personal leadership because personal leadership is attached to it's having control over your emotions, especially in situations in life. So when you are leading, when you have personal leadership, you are leading your life. Your life is not leading you, but you're leading your life. So those are different strategies that you may need to apply in your life right now to take charge, to become the creator of your life. Okay, that is why it's so important to pivot. When you push through, be open and ask yourself, have I done everything? When I said everything, I mean everything to get out of that situation. Have I done everything to get myself out of that situation? I need you to be honest with yourself when you're thinking about life, when you're thinking of giving up. Be honest. Have you truly tried everything? Right? Pivoting is great. Yep. Because some will think that pivoting means you are giving up. No, it's a way of still keeping your dream alive, just with a different approach. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for sharing that. That's absolutely what it is. A lot of time, because we know this is supposed to be the way to do things. The moment that way is not working, what happened? We just stop. No, you still have a vision in your mind. You still have to get somewhere. You still want to feel that happy when you get to your vision. You still have the reason behind your vision. You cannot just stop, give up. No, that's not an option. That is why pivoting is so crucial. When you pivot, you find a different approach. You apply a different strategy. You reach out for help, right? So that's what it's so important to pivot, but you have to be open, right, to do that. So instead of giving up, while you are pushing through, instead of giving up, think, okay, what should I do? What other things can I do? Can I reach out to a friend? Can I be part? Ask yourself questions, right? So you can apply a different strategy in your situation right now. So when things get hard, push through and pivot. When things get hard, push through and pivot. When things get hard, try something different, push through and give it. So by embracing the power of the pivot, you're not afraid to address where you are currently. You are simply changing the approach so you can get to your vision. So here's the thing. You have to be a dreamer and a doer to be successful. Okay? Embrace the power of the pivot. I want to do this recap real quick with you all. Actually, before I do summary, I'd like to share this. This is something that I say to myself all the time. If you just join us, welcome. We are talking about pushing through and how not to give up on your dreams, on your vision, even when you feel like the whole world is against you. Okay. I want to go through the summary today, but I want to share this last quote with you. This is something that I use. I love to say it because it elevates my thinking. All right. And I want to share this with you. Here it is. If there's a will, there is a way. And I want you to know there's always a way. If you passionately want something, you want something really badly, you seriously want something, I promise you, there is a way. The moment that you start thinking, focusing on something, what you focus on multiplies. Then when you truly want something, your mind opens up to different ways that you can get that thing. So if there is a will, if you truly desire something, if you truly want to get away from how you're feeling right now, you really want to overcome, get over that mountain, right? I believe there is a way, and I believe that you will get that way if you truly want to. So let me do this recap real quick. For those of you guys who just join us, welcome. It's always so happy to see you. Some people give up thinking that it's not the time yet instead of, yeah, I totally agree with you. A lot of time we do give up. We say to ourselves, you know what, I've tried, I'm done. But before you give up, I want you to ask yourself, have you truly tried everything? And 99.9%, the answer to that is no. You haven't tried everything. No, you haven't. And we sometimes we're so quick to give up. We're so quick to say, you know what, I always start, but I don't finish. It's because we quit so early. We start something, we put the pieces together, but whenever we have to start running it, we're like, okay, this is not what I expected it to be. Now I have this big mountains. I can't. No, no. That's why we have to be open. I'm going to pivot. I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna try this differently. I'm gonna try something different to get to where I need to be. So just to do a quick recap, what we talked about today was that you are get clear on your vision. One of the ways that if you want to keep yourself from not giving up, you want to stay strong while you go in the process of becoming you, the first thing that's important that you do is get clear on your vision. Okay, know the reason why you are fighting. What is it that's keeping you alive? Identify that vision, write it down, make it plain, get clear on that vision, because that's going to be your source of inspiration. And second thing that we talked about is let's move from being too logical, right? And be more intentional in our way of dreaming, right? From logic to intentional dreaming. And it's okay to dream. It's okay to say, you know what? I may not be able to see my reality, right? It may not be what I'm experiencing right now, but my reality is based on my vision. So you are intentionally dreaming, and that dream is based on the future. So I want you to be okay to say, you know what? This is not my reality. Yeah, I'm just passing through. It's a situation. My reality, how I'm feeling, what I choose to be my reality is that vision, right? And the last thing we talked about is as you are pushing through, if you're just pushing through, eventually you might get tired, you might get weary. But as you're pushing through, be strategic about it. Reach out to people, hire a coach, change different your mindset, right? Be part of a community. Try a different plan. Try the plan B, right? Try find a different approach because you want this vision so bad. You want that vision so bad. This is for you. The reason behind that vision is so powerful that nothing can stop you. So I want you to continue to fight for it. And the last quote that I shared with you, and I want you to think about it today as we exit, is this, right? If there is a will, there is a way, and there's always a way. If there is a will, there is a way, and there's always a way. Okay? So if you'd like to go deeper, I always invite you to do this. You can type deep in the comment section, and I will personally reach out to you. I want to provide you, give you even more, see how I can assist you. But if you want to go deeper, just make sure you type comment deep in the comment section so I can privately message you and we can take it from there. So it's always a pleasure for me to be here. Always a pleasure for me to be here with you. And like I've mentioned earlier when we start, thank you for opening up that space and allow me to be part of your day at every week at 5 p.m. I'm here and I share different things with you, and I want to keep you empowered, right? So you can empower other people. So what I want to hear from you before I leave, or I'm gonna leave, but I want to be able to see it, maybe respond to you. I want to know, what are your takeaways from this training today? What are the things that you believe you're going to apply into your life today? Have you been encouraged? I want to hear from you in the comment section. That also helps me to build as well and continue to train, or really find the area that I can serve you the best. So it's always a pleasure for me to be here with you today. Thank you for your love, your you participating. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Heather, for your time. I appreciate it. Don't give up ever. Just pivot. Don't give up ever. Just pivot. Yes, I love it. So if you're feeling discouraged today, this message is for you. Pivot. Push through. Pivot. Okay? Find ways. You can do this. If it's in you, there's a reason why you feel so passionately about something. There's a reason why you feel you keep visualizing yourself in that vision. There's a reason why. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on the people that you will change, you will impact because of that vision. So push through and pivot, because you got it. Because the world needs you. Okay? You are needed. You are important. The world needs you. Okay, so I need you to know that today. So thank you again, guys. I'm exiting, but it's always a pleasure to be here. See you guys next Thursday at 5 p.m. Invite a friend, share this message with your family members, anybody that you think will benefit from this, and I'll see you guys next week. Oh, one last thing. If you want to be part of the process of becoming group, go ahead and just apply for it, and I will definitely approve you to be part of this growing Facebook group. Alrighty? Have a nice day, guys. Au revoir. Bye.